Good morning. Let's call this meeting to order. Do we have additions to the agenda?
I have nothing.
No, we do not. So we move right on to finalize budgets. I like the first word. And hello, Cindy. Kevin, if you're there.
Can you hear us, Cindy?
Can you
I'm
hear?
here.
Okay, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
David?
Oh, that's a computer punch. Which we're pretty
Not my decision.
I'm not disputing.
No,
Not disputing.
not my decision.
I think we discuss the warning. The town warning. You have any questions for on the budget? Will?
I think the Lister's office, do we have any more information on that, Shelley? Did you get that?
It's in front of you from the VLCT.
We have options,
We have lots of, 3 options.
which is good. Options are good.
All of this is on them, or?
On the VLCT, from the staple. Should be limits.
Okay, yeah, I see that is,
Yeah, means the access
first
portal.
article.
Mhm.
Okay, that's something else. Okay. All right.
And no one has stepped up the plate for the Lister?
Yes.
We have one, so
Jesse
Oh,
is.
Jesse?
please vote for him.
Okay.
Oh, I'm
My
ready.
spiel is to vote for someone, please vote.
Cool.
He doesn't
your
look so
paperwork
enthused
all
right
in?
now.
You know, there's always a chance that there's another person that handed in paperwork we don't know about. Just saying.
Are you
Till
hoping?
5 o'clock tonight.
No.
It's-
No.
That was too fast.
If we take this and add it to the
Warning?
warning, if we authorize the elimination of the town lister, that paragraph right there. So we do it for a session and then we get we get one of our listers that's good and qualified, and we want to switch it back.
None of the voters have voted. You have to bring it the next town meeting.
That's what I
Or
thought.
hold a special.
Okay.
I don't think we need to vote out the lister's office. It's just a matter of whether or not we want to appoint an assessor.
Well, it allows us to, and especially to,
Yep.
you kind of like, you've lost your main brother to Carol.
Yes, but the board, I mean, the list, I don't think we need to get rid of the lister's office as a town. I don't think that needs to not, that does not need to be an option. I think what we need to think about is, with everything that's coming up, how the town would benefit from having an assessor, a qualified assessor, someone whose knowledge with the state's requirements and the state's laws concerning the lister job and everything else. That is, I think, the big question we need to think about, because that's where we don't have the knowledge. It is what the state's doing, where they're going forward. So that's my 2 cents on that.
Very well spent.
What's this last page? Those figures. This is the last page of what you gave us.
That's the calculations.
Chad, have you seen this email?
That is the change.
Yes, I read it. I have a copy of it.
So,
I read it before coming in here.
That was my
I
breakdown,
wish
so
I
you
did.
could see
Uh,
transparency of the town meeting.
so you're kind of, advocating for,
Yes, like the 4th paragraph where we keep the listers, hire the assessor as a knowledge-based individual, but they don't have all the authorities to make decisions.
That would be up to the board.
It would still be up to the Board of Listers to approve the grand list, and any decisions that need to be made in the lister's office would still be controlled by the lister. They would just be, provide assistance and help, like when it comes to grievances and stuff, be able to say, hey, you know, this is my opinion on the situation, but it's still up to the listers to make that final decision, plus the Board of Grievance. There'd just be, yeah, providing assistance, knowledgeable assistance on where we should go, how we should do things. But the final decision still falls under the chairman of the lister board, which we'll have to vote on after election, most likely will be me.
Which would be down to 2 people.
No, 3, we still have Bill.
Bill
Oh, that's
Bill
right,
still
okay.
has 2 more
I'm
years.
thinking that's not.
He was re-elected last year,
Yeah.
don't know if he's going to make the 2 years, but fingers crossed. I
So that
know he's
would still
going
be
through some
important.
medical issues and things like that, but we still have 3. Gee.
Okay, got
Well,
the 3. Cool.
If Jesse gets appointed in, we'll have 3. Next, it might.
Yep, that makes sense.
so how would this, contracted assessor line look? That
So
14,892 would cover 3 listers?
it covers 3 listers and the contractor. With not having Carol no longer as a lister, the budget for her, it dwindled big time because we paid a lot of things because of her time as a lister. New listers coming on will not get those benefits just because of things that we have elected as a town. So they would basically be starting at, I forget what I put down as a wage.
Will I get paid?
Not
Yes.
much.
Not mine, but.
I have it written
It's true,
down, I can go run up and get it if I need to, but I think it's like $17 or $18 an hour starting.
It's on a scale, so.
Yeah, it's on a scale.
Yeah.
I forget what it started out as, it's somewhere in that ballpark though.
And
Bill still gets paid what he gets paid.
yeah, the hours each week are pretty limited.
Correct, it is limited. If we do hire an assessor, the listers would basically get about 15 hours, which is more than ample amount for us to do what we need to do. And I believe in her contract, she requested 25, which is why we would still not go over the lister's 40 hours with the assessor. We would still not go above that decided timeline.
What is your pleasure, board?
Do we know what was the lister's budget last year? Lister's office?
63 or 64,000.
It's right there on the printout.
62.
Oh, yeah, 62,
Was it
486.
62?
Yeah,
I'm
62,
probably
486.
exaggerating a little bit, I guess.
And 66 the year before.
Okay, yeah, it's somewhere in there.
So,
This is 2005, 2006. So this would start the reappraisal, right?
This, say that again?
Would start the reappraisal process during this budget?
No, we don't start it until the end of 2006 is when it's supposed to be for 2006, but I think they're not gonna start, the town is gonna take about a year until the end of 2006 and then
26.
2007.
Okay.
What did I say?
2026.
Few figures
Yeah.
behind.
I'm
Okay.
behind. 2026, sorry. Apparently I wanna be young again.
so how do we
Back in Iraq.
plug in amount for our expenses if we've got two options here?
So couldn't we just add a line item? Cindy, can we add a line item to the lister's budget that says contracted assessor?
It's in there. It's already there.
Oh,
Yeah, I added that
That's my spreadsheet, though.
to Carol's spot when I did the budget.
oh, okay.
Yes, you can, Sandy, you can add a line item,
Okay,
just like you did with the auditors.
thank you.
Do you want me to go back and rework it?
So,
I don't think so.
if we go with the contracted assessor, that's a decision at town meeting, or is that a decision the board can make? The only decision at town meeting is eliminating the,
Yeah, I think so.
so the select board can make the decision
That's
of
what, okay.
this kind of
Right.
hybrid
Can
model.
appoint the
Right.
assessor, yes.
Thank you. That's what we're trying to get at. Like, yeah, juggling two numbers here.
Yeah,
I think the only thing in play would be the budget that the town would have to vote on, the increase in budget.
Right, that's why we need to come up like with,
But we
One
wouldn't
number.
need to, if we are advocating for this hybrid model, we wouldn't even need to put, I mean, we could just go with this contracted assessor model, it doesn't have to be voted on. We wouldn't have to give two options, right?
right.
right, because
Yeah, you
we'd
don't
still
have
have
to
I
our
would give
lister
the town
board.
two options.
The only time we'd have to kind of give two options if we were going to eliminate the lister's office.
Correct.
Right,
We would
And
take
then
it
we'd
off the
have to
wording.
have, this is going to happen if it's eliminated.
Right.
okay. So we need to decide on which option we're gonna go with?
So I guess, I mean, I would take the recommendation of the lister's office and go with the hybrid model
Yeah,
and see how that goes.
Yes.
so we just need to, why don't you make that a motion?
I was gonna say, is that?
Madam Chair, I move that we hire a contracted assessor to work with the lister's office.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying Brandon.
Aye.
Jim.
Aye.
Jean.
Aye.
I'm an aye, the motion carries. And plug some more numbers in.
So that then gives us a number for our budget.
Yes, that's 75K, yeah.
And we don't have to add this to the town.
No, we don't
Yeah.
have to.
All right.
Sandy, what time would you want us to bring forth the names for the assessors for the board to choose on? Well,
You
we
can
kind of
do
already
that,
have one in mind, but,
After town meeting.
okay. That's what I kind of figured. I just wanted to ask and double check. Thank you.
Thank you.
No. Darn. Oh, boy. Okay, so that is good.
So we're gonna move this just like. We're still on the budget.
Yeah, like 6 kids. Yes.
Any further questions on the budget? Jim, do you have further questions on the budget? He's ignoring me. Do you have further questions on the budget? He has it down.
Okay.
So on this spreadsheet, Shelley, what are these numbers out here? I see one is that. Oh, this is the number without contracted. Okay. Got it.
And that's just me just double checking my work,
Uh-huh.
the equation. Put it way off to the side, I didn't realize it was gonna print. Just break down all the increases at the bottom by category. So everyone could see where we have some increases.
Yeah.
I know, that's what my kids tell me. That's much better.
I didn't understand that.
Quiet.
Hush up.
That's right, I know.
That's good.
Yeah.
Do we need to does say that. You need to identify that.
That's what they presented today. That's what we have.
Okay.
Hey, Shelley, the assistant town clerk salary, so if we have a new town clerk, we're gonna have a new assistant town clerk. Should that go
Possibly.
back?
Possibly, but if that person isn't voted in, she's gonna stay in that position.
Okay. So
That's
that
why I
would
left
be
it.
lower.
That's why the clerk is lower and the assistant is not, because then
Okay.
she's also due for a step increase.
Okay.
How often do we do step increase?
Every 2 years.
Cindy, I have a couple of questions. On the very end of the budget, when it's been totaled off, and there's the amount to be raised by taxes, and then what is the 99,400? You're muted. I can't hear.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
The 99,400 is the difference between the 322, which is the total estimated income, and the ones that come off each department. Like this, like the town clerk has 18,000 and the town treasurer has 1,000. So the difference between those and the 322 is the 99,400.
So that's department incomes. Is that
Correct. Estimated incomes, yes.
Yeah. Okay, then the $100,000 carryover.
That's from the FY 23-24 year.
So that's like what had gone into that fund and then we're using it back out type of thing?
It's money that was, it's money, excess money that we can carry over.
Okay, I think we could do that.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I thought all the unspent budgets went to that fund.
The reserve?
Yeah, and then we
No.
could,
They only go into the reserve if it's voted on, but voted to do so. Otherwise, it goes back. Doesn't go into that reserve fund.
okay. All right. But, and then the total estimated income, 322,000.
That includes all the departments plus money we get from the state, different money we get for, the listers get a certain amount of money
Okay.
for education. It's all of those different things. That totals the 322
With all the other,
with all the others plus the department's estimated income.
okay. Thank you. So this spreadsheet, Shelley, does it have the estimated incomes or
It's built right in.
just on each?
Parentheses, yeah,
It's in each department.
Each department. That's just theirs
Okay.
individually.
Alright.
Okay, but the entire estimated income is not all just in each department. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
There's more to it than that.
Yeah.
There's also the other things we discussed.
Yeah. This. There's still a difference in the bottom lines here.
Mhm. She has she said the additional income / revenue.
So this needs to get adjusted by some of it,
Mm-hmm.
like well, you've already included some in the others departments. So,
Is this current? So Shelley, I have two different budgets in front of me.
So
and
the
I'm
one
confused. I've got this one.
that one was one of the first ones.
Okay, that makes
That's
sense.
old. Mhm.
So, as I'm looking at that old one, I have,
There's a lot of changes since then.
and what I'm saying is, the total number is small, let me make sure. Yeah, the total number is smaller with a bigger percentages increase. In this budget, we've got a bigger total number,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a smaller percentage.
Right, well, that was an overall increase. That was just the increases. That wasn't the increase in the bottom line.
Okay,
Although we had some budgets that were less this year. So for the income, I have 222,600.
yes, I have that too.
okay.
So if we take that off of this line here with the assessor,
And that was subtracted.
we're getting closer.
Mhm. Well, that was subtracted from the bottom line. However, I didn't add in all the additional incomes and revenues that she had at the bottom of her spreadsheet.
So actually, those are already out of here. They were already out of this number,
The 222.
the incomes, yeah.
Yeah. 222,600. Yeah, they were already deducted.
That's not cool. Okay,
But that's also not including if we,
carry over.
the unreserved fund balance.
Okay.
100,000.
Now, do the contractual services include the listers assessor? It does, okay.
That was everything that she wrote up that she wanted rolled into that figure. Travel or whatever it was. And she has her own insurance and she wouldn't need any health insurance.
Okay.
Still off.
Shelley, you'll have to explain to me one more time. How can we have a bigger increase with a smaller percentage? Are you
Because
following?
that was the increases to the overall items of the budget, not the bottom line of the budget. And that's, the smaller one is the bottom line of the budget.
Okay, so it's not comparing apples to apples.
No,
is what
it's
you're
not.
saying.
No.
So do we have our overall increase for this budget? Is there a column there? Am I missing
Yep,
that?
it's,
It should be at the bottom.
with the contracted assessors, 4.16%. And that's why I gave you the breakdown of the budget increases, where you could see dollar for dollar, the different categories. The majority of it, health insurance premiums.
Yeah, health
Contractual
insurance went up a
services.
lot.
What was that?
Health insurance went up a lot.
And contractual services went up almost as much. That's 44,000 and change, and 35,000 and change.
Now, is everybody on the same
Oh.
type of insurance?
Mm-hmm.
Are they given an option?
Yes, we're given options. We're given options for different insurance companies as well as dental insurance.
Employees.
What's that?
Although, I don't think it's been offered to the
No.
employees. I don't think it's been
We
brought
just
to the
keep
board.
rolling.
So if say, and this is hypothetical, I have no idea what I'm talking about, okay?
Mhm.
So we have Plan A, and it costs X.
Mhm.
But then the town decides to go with Plan B, which costs X minus 1. If someone wants to stay with X, can they pay the difference?
We need to overall go with one insurance company or another.
Okay, and then
So
are
we
they
have-
allowed different options within that insurance company?
I think that would probably depend on the pool.
Sandy,
Yes,
can I speak?
please do.
If you stay within the insurance, like blue, if you stay with Blue Cross Blue Shield, but you have different, like you have platinum, gold,
Right, that's it.
silver. Okay. We have platinum right now. That's what the one we offer. If the town, and you've done this in the past, if you remember a number of years ago, you switched to bronze, which didn't pan out real well, but you switched to bronze, and a couple of employees decided to stay with the platinum and paid the difference.
Oh, so you can. Okay,
Yes.
that's what I wondered. Thank you.
Well,
Just curious.
not aware of that.
Yep, and we have other insurance companies as well that offer insurance right now. I think it's MVP is the other choice.
Also, bear in mind that you're 6 months with into your 6 months with Blue Cross Blue Shield, and if you switched, you'd be the second 6 months would be with either another plan or another insurance company, depending on what you did.
Okay. Thank you. I'll mull it over. And answer that question.
So these worksheets here with the total with the contracted assessor,
Right,
we would just need to we would have to consider the carryover in that budget, right?
Mm-hmm. Which would bring it down 100,000.
Yeah. So we just have to take off the carryover.
Are you,
My long page,
no, 200,
likely.
2,181,159.
Yeah,
Okay, good, I just wanted
and take
to
off
make sure. Yes.
100,000
Is it,
carryover.
is it easily, even, 100,000 even?
Mhm.
Are we there yet?
Okay.
But the other consideration is some of the other monies that Cindy spoke of that we get.
Mhm.
Is that in this?
No. No, it was just the budgets.
Okay, so
Strictly.
that's not a true number yet. We have to do the carryover and
Any additional.
so.
Jean,
Yes.
the total estimated income that should be reduced from the total budgeted amount is 322,000. And then there's the 100,000 of carryover that should be deducted.
Right. And your total, though, includes all those other things that you spoke about.
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah. So,
Interest on delinquent taxes.
so used to take carryover. Because these numbers out of each department
Mm-hmm.
is estimated income, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
That's what you got. There's a bit of a difference there.
It's not taken into delinquent tax credits, current use, all of that, which is another 60,300.
This number is so much higher.
Where'd you get it?
Wondering if there's two. This is where I'm.
This is the additional figure. This is current use, this is delinquent tax interest, this is railroad tax.
The income in the rec department, is that, let me see.
It's the 200,000.
Yeah, but
The
that's,
grant,
I
all
think
that.
that's getting counted twice.
Shouldn't be.
Well, I. Cindy, does your income total have like all the grants and things that the recreation department gets? Is
You
that,
mean the admin grant?
And yeah,
Yes.
which is, how much is that?
Their total include, the 200,000 that comes off the bottom, that is their rec income and their grant included together.
Okay, and where is that in your numbers at the end of the budget?
At the very end,
yeah.
it's part of the 322.
Okay, that makes more sense.
That 322 is the total estimated income, including all the departments, the current use, money from the state, delinquent tax, that is included in all of my estimated income. That 322 includes everything.
Okay,
So if you took the total amount of your budget, less the 322, less the 100,000, that's what you would be asking for to raise for taxes.
Which would be the 1,994,801.
Correct. But
Okay.
that figure does not include the contracted amount because I was unsure whether or not you were going to ask them to get rid of the listers department or whether you were going to just include that as part of the listers department. That was unclear to me. So
right.
that was not included in that 1,994,801.
Okay. Alrighty.
This is the bottom line I have. After those state income tax from doing.
I got a little closer.
Yeah, that's
So,
the 60,300.
too hot.
So what did you get?
Not good. Oh, that's, wait a minute, that's taken off. Nope, that's not right.
ones?
I don't know. I don't have any, I get such a mess over
Sandy?
Yes, ma'am?
What's the amount of the proposed lister's budget with the contracted amount?
I've got to get,
75 or 32?
75 or 32?
But it was
I have to
77.
read it off a small thing.
I think 75 something.
75 or 32, isn't it?
75,032, yep.
75.
75,032?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
9, 10, 0, 2 million. So that's 5.
Use delinquent taxes.
1,
And
14,
that's added.
0,
That's added to the budget.
0, 2.
I don't even fill it out.
So it's 2, 0, 4, 175, 0, minus 75, 32. 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 1, okay.
Shelley, what about the 30,771 difference in the lister as with a contractor?
That's factored into that figure.
That's already in there?
Yes, so the
Budget with
contracted
contracted
figure is with listers and the contractor, so that when I did the budget, I did it, one if we decide to go with a contractor and one without.
I get, but
So
I get they
both
asked
prices
to read
have
that.
everything included.
7004175.
That's already there,
Yep.
all right.
And 2004175.
So you just have to pick a number.
Have to pick a budget.
Should I say that?
So you can almost omit that 44,000 out of there.
So after you deduct the railroad tax, the DNR, current use, delinquent tax, I come up with 2,020,859. That's also deducting the 100,000 for the unreserved fund balance as well as all of the revenue.
If I take the total of the budget that I sent you guys, the amount for taxes raised, can you hear me?
Yep, yep,
The 1,994,801,
yeah.
and I subtract out the total listers from my proposed budget and add in the 75,032, you would be asking for 2,004,175 to be raised by taxes. Assuming there was no other changes that I'm not aware of.
Changes.
Okay.
Shelley, what'd you come up with for a final number?
$2,020,859. That was subtracting.
So do we know what the difference is between Cindy's and yours?
Yes, all the changes that I sent to her in an email that weren't made to the bottom line of all the budgets.
Okay. So those changes are reflected in this budget,
Mm-hmm,
and these are the numbers, these are our most current, so this is
mm-hmm,
what we should be voting on, right? I mean, as far as-
right. Well, people are entitled to their step increase.
I tried to make it simple for the lister one, it was one or the other. But I did the math for both of them, so when that final
No, that's
number
good.
is with everything
Yep.
incorporated, it was just a matter of which direction the board wanted to go towards.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty clear.
I tried,
And her letter was very clear of what she was expecting.
Yes.
Or what she was providing.
correct, and I incorporated all of that within the other portion of the budget.
Mm-hmm.
I spent a couple weeks on it.
That's Shelley's number, yeah. You didn't read it.
The only thing I think we'll have to
So-
change for next year is making the assessor a separate line item. Cindy, did you say we could do that? Make the, we move forward, getting an assessor, we can make that a separate line item in the lister's
This is what
budget?
we're setting the budget.
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you.
And then
So that would be the only change for next year, would be just having that separate, unless we want to do it beforehand, just to make it easier for the town to see.
It would have to be separate.
And I can run those numbers really quickly and separate it and get that to you before the end of today. I just have to pull out, I have the numbers sitting on my desk, I just have to pull that out from the poll.
Yep, no, I
Two
have it.
million 20.
We have it in the
I
Oh, did I
spreadsheet.
actually do it?
2,000,000
Yep, all the,
seventy.
you presented all the information.
Okay,
That
no,
was
I
submitted to
forget,
the
so,
board. No, we have it all.
good.
It's all in the spreadsheet.
Okay, let's put them in a
Excellent.
hat, throw them in the air.
Contracted.
I couldn't remember if I
Grab one.
separated it or not.
You did fine.
because it'll
It's
change.
pretty clear.
They can change it down
Yeah.
I'm 4K off from Shelley's number,
I'm
about 4,000 off from your number.
about 58,000.
She's 58.
I'm big enough.
Refresh me, the 22.2,
Maybe I'm-
600.
yeah.
That's all
is-
the income.
Oh, that's, okay,
Mm-hmm. That's already deducted.
yep. And the 100 is for, man, I knew that.
Carryover.
Gary,
Carry
yeah.
it. Mhm. So you only,
And it surprised me that didn't go in reserve fund.
Yeah, I didn't know that changed.
so it's 160,300. You're deleting from the bottom line.
So, is that the number we should be looking at, or why is that different than that one?
Hold on a minute. I'm just trying to put
Because
that.
I might be working off of the wrong number.
This is what I have. So this is.
What did you get? Show me that again, please. We have a winner. That's the number I got.
Okay,
Oh, no, that was yours I wrote down. No, mine was still a little higher.
so we're taking this figure with the contracted
Yeah.
assessors,
Right.
2,181,159, and you're subtracting the 100,000 from the unreserved fund balance as well as the additional 60,300 from delinquent taxes, current use, railroad tax, and Department of Natural Resource. And that will give you.
Because those are income.
Yeah, correct.
Yep.
Those are the income that I didn't
60,000.
include because they were not in the actual budgets.
Are we all in agreement on that income number, or just? Cindy, what is your income number? Your total income?
322.
Come you,
I think you're muted.
My estimated income is $322,000. That includes everything. That includes all the departments, the delinquent taxes, the current use, the money from the state. It includes everything.
Okay.
Did we add the 150 for lawyers?
That's a warning article.
Okay.
It's on the warning.
Not to throw a wrench in the whole thing.
Yeah, and as those things get voted in or out, doesn't that change the, well, no, that's just general operating expenses, so that's this budget.
That's for the
Yeah.
professional services.
So that's a
Yeah.
whole
I know we're
separate
gonna have to ask
litigation.
for, I just didn't know
Yes.
if that was in this budget or something that just gets voted in by the town.
Just gets voted in.
Yeah, it's an article.
It's not in here.
No.
This might be another 1 year.
That says 125 on the warning. You say 150.
We're gonna need.
You said 150?
We're gonna need 150.
Okay. I think the last conversation had the RS 125.
No, we're gonna need 150.
Okay.
Sorry.
We'll increase that then.
Initial thing was very low.
Yes, it was very low. I think we were going from 25 to 50 and then,
Yeah, we had quite a few discussions concerning that,
yeah,
but
it's a lot
I
to
was
take into
not aware
consideration.
of the direction with Great River Hydro. And that's gonna be our butt kicker this year.
It really is. Yeah. So now the 322, is that including the 100,000 for the unreserved fund balance?
Yes,
Okay.
but, yeah. The estimated department income is only 99,400. That's why I asked about some of the, rec department
Yeah. 'cause that-
income is, cause that's like grants and
Grants.
things like
Mhm.
that. So, like that is
Brandon, I can talk that piece if you
Probably.
want, about why we're asking that
in
much.
her total.
Yeah. Someone's
And
gonna
not,
have to.
you
I
know,
know, I
we've
know I'm
got it
gonna
in
have
each
to.
department.
I just didn't know if you
But
needed me to talk to
she's
you about
got-
it.
I think that might be
Or talk to the
part of
board
her
about it.
total,
Mhm.
Now you're
because
saying?
that's
Uh,
like grants and things.
Well, we're gonna be there now. Yeah, wait till we're.
Yeah, wait
There.
till there, I'll
Yeah.
talk it.
No, there's a big difference in that.
Mhm.
With some new
Although
news.
if I just count the incomes that are in these budgets
Mhm. Come up
and
with-
then, and the carryover,
I come up with 222.
right, for that, and
Yeah.
then the carryover of 100, it's
Mhm.
only $600 difference from her total
Mhm.
income.
And then you have the other incomes from the state, the railroad tax and current use payments and so
So that's
agency
actually high.
resources at the 60,300.
Puts that on here.
Reading between two screens on this phone is really fun.
That's why I gotta print things out. I can't
I'm
write on my
really liking
screen
this
either.
too. 2,020,000,
Yeah.
859.
Yeah.
I've hit it twice.
What did you get?
2,020,859.
That's what I come up with.
That's what Shelley got too.
Yep.
Oh.
I'm just worried there's some stuff that we're not including on that. But that's trust in the 2,181,159. It's trust in that number.
Mhm.
This budget's got a higher, oh, that's because, yeah, your department incomes are taken out, yeah. Oh, I got it. I got the same number.
Quick.
They're dropping like flies.
Shelley, what's a scheduled pay increase versus cost of living?
The scheduled pay increases, the step increases.
Okay,
It's every 2 years.
and the cost of living is based off that survey or off of percentage or how do we?
The cost of living is a percentage. It's put out usually by Social Security.
Okay,
Trying to
I'm just
think
basing
if
it,
it's
okay.
November, December.
Yep, I get that too.
So, what's our action on this, boss?
We need to accept the budget.
Okay, even though the number we come up with is different than on this sheet right here, or do we have to identify what the bottom line is? Or not?
Just have to accept the budget. As presented,
Which would be that number?
which would be the
Which would be,
202.
yeah.
So, do we need to make a motion for that? I make a motion, we accept the budget with the, do I need to call that number out?
No,
Okay,
as
we accept
presented,
that budget that we came up with.
We don't need to have a number?
as presented. So either way is fine.
Let me put that number, and I really like it.
I'll start over again.
Accept the budget with a budget, the final budget number being $2,020,859 and no cents.
Do we have,
0 cents.
do we have a second?
Second.
Do we have discussion?
So that, I would just say that difference from what's on paper here includes the carryover and some other incomes.
Yeah. And some step increases maybe?
No,
No,
that's
those
in
are
this,
reflected
that's
in
in
Those are
these.
okay, all right,
The budget's still prepared.
Yeah.
okay. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Brandon? Jim?
Aye.
Judy?
Aye.
Aye, the motion carries. Thank you very much. Okay, we move on to the capital plan. Let's pay them right on. Capital plan. It's much nicer with lines.
Yeah.
I hope when it goes in the town report, we've got lines
That's the version that's gonna be in the town report.
in one.
The grid.
Yeah, but it's gonna be shrunk down so you
Yes.
can't read it, right? Okay, good.
Perfect.
That's the way it should be. Everyone can read it.
Uh,
Just go forth. Just go forth and do great things.
We need to include a magnifying glass with the annual report.
Oh, dear.
Okay. And you corrected the question that was brought up, I
Yes,
presume?
yep, when I had hidden a column and added one line at the bottom, everything got skewed. I went
Okay.
through the whole thing, from beginning to end, line by line to, make sure that the figures were correct in the lines, to make sure that we didn't need to make any additional adjustments up or down, and how many more years some of these, items are still outstanding for.
Great. David, because I don't know, what is cathetic project monitoring?
This is the gas boy, the fuel pumps.
Oh, okay, that's always easier, thank you.
We should be able to get the outside lighting here done, huh?
Yeah, that's on my list this spring.
Perfect.
I'm looking into the windows. It's gonna be my next project after we get these 4 taken care of.
Yeah. So, on the chairlift,
Mm-hmm.
so we got that. Did we use what was in the capital plan too?
That will be reflected in the next one. Yeah, we're
Oh,
using
okay.
it for the installation. However, the highway saved us a ton of money and they revamped the railing in the stairwell. So it's about 3/4 of the way done. So if you leave the back entrance, you'll get to see it.
Thank you.
They took it
Nice.
down and
Okay.
worked on
I
it
get
and put it back in place very quickly.
Wonderful. So that's why, okay.
It's up to code now. No one can fall through.
Yippee.
Oh, it's up the top part.
Yeah.
So we haven't cut it until they put the lift in.
This looks really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, it looks very, very accurate.
Took a couple of hours going through every expenditure, every figure, every equation. Next year.
And all your trucks and things are in order in here, I'm presuming. Super. Looks good.
Motion to accept?
Madam Chair,
Yes, ma'am.
I move that we accept the 2025-2026 capital plan as presented.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Is there a discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Brandon?
Aye.
Jim?
Aye.
Jim?
Aye.
And aye, the motion carries. That one was easy. Okay, town meeting warning. Wasn't one of the library trustees supposed to be unexpired?
Yes.
Yeah, I was
She noticed
speaking
that.
about
Yeah, I
that.
missed that.
Where did my the first one.
Well, that one is expired as of March. Oh, no,
26.
26.
Yeah,
I'm just wishing the year away.
don't rush it. And then 12 we're changing to 150,000
Yes,
professional
correct.
services.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's, right now we're in mediation with Great River Hydro, but what they're requesting is absurd. There's about a little over 10 million difference in what we assess the value of Great River Hydro versus what they want to pay. And then on top of that, they want us to pay $244,000 back to them, which is absurd. And so we're definitely going to have to go to court. Talking with Sam Susi and the lawyers, it's going to cost us about a little over 120,000 going to court. Cindy, correct me if I'm wrong. It's like what, 33,000 left in professional services, somewhere around there.
You're muted.
You're muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, that's correct.
And I suggest we try to keep 50,000 as a buffer at all times. Even if we weren't going to court, I would still want to get that up to 50,000. But with after talking to St. Susie and the lawyers, they're estimating at least at a minimum of $120,000 for court fees with Great River Hydro. So I just want to make sure we're covered, plus we have some buffer.
For sure.
So, which is the increase from 125 to 150.
Yep.
If that makes sense.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Will that cover San Souci
Yes, it does.
getting, it is,
It
okay.
does, yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, he said he would, if his charge would probably be close to 100,000, and the lawyer said they'd be somewhere between 20 and 25,000
Okay,
for the cost of court,
great.
which is actually a really good deal.
It is. I just need to type it.
Hence why we had such the influx of what things would cost at the beginning. We were asking 25, 50 and floating around there. Then we got word back from St. Susie and the lawyers, and we weren't even remotely close. And I can talk that during the town meeting as well. I won't go into detail about Great River Hydro, but I will speak to, we definitely need to go to court.
Can I take a potty break?
Yes, yeah. We're gonna take a little break, 5-minute break.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, we're on to the town warning. So what is your opinion on Article 28, folks?
Well, their letter stated that they'd done 50 visits in Vernon.
And let the voters choose.
Yeah.
Is this gonna be for the voters or for
No,
us?
that's for us.
Okay, good.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
So we're gonna leave Article 28 as is.
Mhm.
Um, '21's gonna be a tough sell.
But that's how all communities do it.
Mhm.
Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to continue.
That's right.
And if they truly want a community center, they will support it.
Yeah, because right now, there's very few of us working our butts off trying to do fundraising down there. And we reach out to the community for volunteers and nothing happens.
That's not sustainable, especially with so few
Oh.
volunteers.
No, we burn out people left and right.
Does you guys plan on having somebody that's gonna stand up at town meeting and say, all right,
Jean is.
I took a step back, I'm sorry.
We were volunteers.
No, hopefully the president or the executive officers will be there
It was
as well as me.
It was Arlene, was she the one who was coming to present the article?
Yeah.
so one of the salary ones we have to adjust?
Yeah.
First one should be unexpired term. We have somebody in that position that's appointed right now.
Okay.
And the capital plan, Article 19 is incorrect, it's off by like $2,000.
Which part, the 504 or the 467?
Both of them, because one affects the other.
Yep.
Like 506, 837,
It's 506 what?
837,
837.
and 469, 758 and 4 cents.
768 and 4 cents.
58.
58.
Mm-hmm.
Dyslexic Karen. I'll give you the 4 cents.
Yeah, any of these other articles?
Or 2 cents.
Does anyone feel that any of these need to be adjusted, the figures? Elderly assistance, I don't know enough about that. I know that,
That board tell you anything?
I'm on that board and I think that's plenty.
Okay.
and we have the town road upgrade at 150, correct?
Yep.
And culvert fund 40,000, and parking lots 4,000.
Are they gonna make us put any more big culverts in?
Mm-hmm.
Is 40,000 enough?
Heck no.
We almost got enough to do the one that we need to do.
Okay.
Which
Is
one's
that Huckle
that,
Hill?
Dave?
No,
Tyler Hill.
Tyler Hill.
Yeah.
I guess if they require it, they should pay for it.
There is some funding, I think, available. Thanks.
When it's our turn, I wanna say we can like get 280 from the state.
Wow.
Where on Tyler Hill?
Just before kudos,
On Kuta, but I thought you just did that. Didn't we just,
that's just metal plate still.
okay,
The one down we did,
okay, okay.
That one's nice.
direction.
Is everyone comfortable with the figure in Article 18 for the scholarship? Music.
Have people been applying for that?
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, good, good.
Just carried it over from last year.
It's, some kids are about to go on.
It
Excellent.
helps when kids have used it for books.
Couple of little changes, it's looking pretty good. What's that? Oh,
It's going off my phone.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
From
So
last
we
year,
did
yeah.
this to 10? Okay. So number 16 needs to be increased to 10,000, not 4,000.
parking lots.
Parking lot maintenance.
Does that include the schools?
Yes, it does.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's better on our side.
It is.
It's basketball cupcake.
okay, with the budget that we just approved, do we need that line about approve the discontinuance of the elected officials'
No,
office?
no.
Or what about the last one?
The listers, we don't need.
Approve the appointment of listers?
No,
No.
we don't.
No, because if you do one, you have to do the other.
So those, yeah,
Those
Those
last
two,
two
yeah,
are no.
those two can go away. The LCT said we don't need to do that.
Just sit
Okay.
here. What am I looking for? This in the budget.
What's that?
I was thinking about the school rental, but that's in our budget.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I checked in with David Emery on Article 22 for the Emergency Management Office. And then the rest are human service appropriation funding requests.
okay, on Article 30, do we need to say treasurer or town clerk? Do we need to specify?
That's gonna be up to whatever the board decides. And Article 31 should be the same with the new dates and all of that. And the school article is correct. They gave me all that information. I'm just waiting on who is running. I should have that from Tim today.
Oh, that's Australian.
Yeah, yeah. I guess I'm with all of their stuff. Just ahead of their meeting.
So again, these budget numbers that we just
Yeah, this needs to be plugged in.
did right now.
So I put down choose a Memorial Day committee and a committee for the March fund. Did I miss anything else that we usually do? Articles 9 and 10? I always like to ask because
It's not March, it's March.
March, I'm sorry. You didn't catch it, I typed it so quick.
That's okay, I looked there, I read March.
It was a placeholder.
I did too. Good catch.
And I was thinking, so we have the two committees, is there anything else? I know that it got passed over and forgotten, not last year, but I think the year before, so I wanted to ask you if there was anything else that we needed to put in place for any other committees for disbursement of funds.
No, I think
Yes,
that's
that was that.
appointed by us, not by over the town.
Okay.
Can you think of any, Jean? I don't know.
Okay.
The rest are by appointment by us.
Okay.
So were you, okay, there we go, okay. All set, thank you. Answered my question.
Inception. That's pretty much it. Other than Article 4, plugging in the figures.
Yeah, that's what it's just. That. So. So we put in the 2181, 159. That's our total.
Mm-hmm. Actually, no, it's gonna be higher because that's including the deduction of the income already.
Oh, that's right too.
Yeah, so when we do the income in one lump sum.
Oh. Then you put the whole budget is,
If you put it in as worded.
so you have to put the total operating expense
Mm-hmm.
and then take off the incomes.
Correct, all together is one lump sum.
Yep. So that's the 2020 859.
Plus we're taking 100,000 off. Did you put it at 1022? So we have.
No.
Yeah, it's 2028.59.
Oh, wow.
I know.
Maybe we was able to put us off this letter.
So it's the 82,900.
16.
859, of which how much will be raised by taxes and how much is income.
Income's 2,900. The deduction of the 100,000 from the unreserved fund balance need to be added in. That's 600. That's too much.
So,
To get to that figure for 2020, 859.
so that's not the total. Yeah, that is the total.
That is the total.
But we gotta,
It's just gonna plug in the numbers in, and it needs to reflect the
yeah,
unreserved fund balance expenditure.
so the amount raised by taxes will be,
The 2020, 859.
so that's not our operating expenses then.
No operating expenses is the full amount before everything's deducted.
Which is the 2181, the one here?
Mm-mm.
No, what is it?
So it's the 21, 81,159 plus the 222,600.
Oh, yeah, so,
24,03759.
$23.43, no,
2043,
759.
59,
2,403,759.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's before all the revenue.
can you say it one
Deductions.
more time, please?
2,403,759.
I must have just added something wrong.
So I think that's the
and
last
raised by taxes.
is the 2,020,859.
How much by, yeah, I got that, how much by estimated income?
I have 282,900, and then the 100,000 for the unreserved fund balance needs to be added in.
So it's three,
Well, I mean, it's not gonna be, the verbiage needs to be very clear that that's also coming off.
okay,
off the
so,
top figure.
so the income, you're gonna state it as the estimated income in, and then the amount of the carryover?
Mm-hmm.
So
It has to
100,000
be clarified.
carryover.
Mhm.
So the estimated income is then,
Oh. 282,900.
282,900.
Mhm.
Okay. Great.
I wish the statutes were clear.
Okay.
Is there a plan B on Article 2?
Article 2. Article 2 is what was presented from the school.
If it's voted down, then they have to hold a special meeting.
That's, okay, that's what I
This
thought.
is by Australian ballot.
So
We did
town-
that one year.
Yes.
It'd take 3 votes to get it passed, I
If
think.
it doesn't, and if it didn't pass in that, then the austerity budget,
Hmm.
which means you live by the budget of the year previous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we see that a lot.
Do you remember the one that they, moved BUHS Union High School? And, the budget cut put down. And they petitioned to have another meeting. They were lined out to Price Chopper and down Canal Street at 7 o'clock when we started. And we've been checking people in for an hour. They had it in the gym and in the auditorium, they had to live stream it. And it passed.
Wow. That is part of the article in here. It's usually either you vote yes for the budget or automatically defaults to the previous year budget.
Yeah.
A bit simpler.
Yeah, lots of them. For the changes they're proposing for the school, it's gonna be wild.
Oh, you're talking about what state's talking about in the schools?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, they had the Miller formula back in the day. That worked a lot better.
School budget's actually almost exactly the same as last year.
That's
It's
good.
actually a touch less.
That's wonderful.
You know, it doesn't hurt to write that in there, that it's,
Well, that's their article.
okay.
As presented.
They do like hearings, open meetings to explain that.
Yep.
Whether you go is everybody's choice.
I think that came from the superintendent's office secretary.
Yep.
What their plan is.
Yeah.
And the reason why, I think they do a pretty good explanation on,
Yeah.
there are things that's out of their control. The state
Absolutely. So much of it is.
mandates a lot.
Same for us.
But they're very good at those meetings. So what do we do with the rest of this?
So how do we do this? There's a lot of corrections to this.
She's gone and she will make the corrections.
Yep.
Do we have to vote on it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we should leave the other one as is. I'm just gonna read the statutes on it.
Down here,
Yeah.
29.
29.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I've just been reading the statutes. I think we should leave it status quo for now.
Okay.
So is that gonna be an article?
Which one? 30?
Well, no, in between 29
No,
and 30.
those are all, we said not to do those.
Yeah,
All 4 of them.
yeah.
Those
Those are just optional.
Okay.
So are they a no?
There are no. Well, I'm looking at when we're talking about discontinuing the Lister's office, is it no?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
The others,
And then, of course, you have to have the other one to appoint, so.
Yeah.
You always have to have the two.
so, yeah, you can, the other two, no decisions have been made.
Yeah.
I was just looking at 30.
Yeah. Get that.
I'm
Yeah.
reading my, wait a minute.
Okay.
Well, maybe because, where did it go? If you. There's the statute here, and I think we need to do a lot of them, those dates and take this. Yeah.
Okay.
This one, I know this one, yes, I understand that. Let's
Need to
do it.
make a statement about that.
Okay.
Just a lot of work. I'll
It
make
is,
it.
it's, I'm sure.
Yep.
I don't want to.
Yep.
So we need to sit down and have a serious discussion.
So just leave the rest of it as it is.
As it is now.
Yep. I've already plugged in the school portion.
Just so we talked over each other.
Yeah, I didn't miss that.
It's like, is it, so are we gonna do the first two under 29?
That's up to you. It's just,
It's up to the board.
Yep.
We can hold off for a year.
Can we word it so that it's a vote um, by the people that come to the meeting on whether we do this or not?
That's what it is.
That's how it would have to
Well,
be.
it just says shall the voters, yeah.
That's
So-
what it is. That's how the thing would be
That line would be,
worded. Do you want an executive session to talk freely?
Yes.
Can we have an executive session, sir? Yeah.
Madam Chair, I move we enter executive session for the appointment or employment or evaluation of a public officer or employee.
second,
With the,
With town administrator.
With the town administrator present.
All those in favor, Brenda,
Aye.
Jen,
I,
Jean,
aye.
and I, we are going to executive session with the town administrator at 12:21. We're back in session. We went into executive session at 12:21, came out at 12:38, and no action was taken. I would entertain a motion to accept the warning for the annual town meeting in town school district.
Madam Chair, I'd like to move that we accept the warning for the town meeting as modified.
Second,
Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Brandon?
Aye.
See? Jane?
yeah. I'm like,
Aye.
aye.
I haven't read my brain. The motion carries. All right, personnel policy. We have an addendum here. We have a new town clerk coming on in March. Tim will be greatly missed. We look forward to the new clerk and a new lister. So, we have an addendum. It's an agreement by independent elected officer to be bound by the personnel policy. So it's a good time to do that so they know what they can have. Have you had a time to read it? A chance to read it?
Did,
Okay.
yeah.
What is your pleasure?
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion that we approve this addendum B to the personnel policy, an agreement by independently elected officers to be bound
By personnel
by
policy.
personnel policy.
Second,
Okay, is there any discussion? All those in favor?
well, actually.
Yes, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. I know it keeps saying personnel policies. So benefits are listing like the insurances and retirement, but like the vacation and all of those things, I mean, I know they're in the personnel policies,
Mhm.
but they're not considered, I didn't know if they should be listed under benefits.
I can make that addition.
Just to,
Yeah,
I mean,
Good
they're in the
idea.
policy
Yeah.
if you, but
a friendly amendment?
it's also a benefit,
It
yes.
is.
Yes,
Okay. All those
to include vacation, sick,
Personnel.
personal days, grievance.
Yep.
Time.
All those in favor, go, Brendan.
Aye.
Carol, Gina.
I,
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. That's terrible. Our next regular meeting is the 27th.
That's what, the fourth?
Yeah. We've got a nice peaceful February.
February
behind us.
4th.
Oh, February 4th.
Yeah, we're not having a meeting on the 4th, huh?
No, it's the 4th. We got corrected. Nice try. So,
Okay. So I will, make the changes and then have everyone stop in to sign.
happy to do that.
Yep.
Documents.
when do you want it to anticipate time? Like how quick do you need that?
I'm gonna try to get it to the printer, I'm gonna include the warning articles
Okay.
in the annual report, so I'm gonna try to get to the printer tomorrow morning.
Okay, so
So
today.
sometime, yes,
Stuff in today.
today or tomorrow morning, because I
Okay.
can scan it and add it quickly.
Okay,
Alrighty.
stop in today or tomorrow morning.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's non-debatable. All those in favor, just say aye.
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 We are out at 12:42.